So good morning everyone. My name is Arslan and you are watching Proper Tech Tutorial. So welcome back to the series of learning siemensnx from beginner to pro. And today we'll be starting the part 22, that is the feature based modeling tool. So I'll just show you the syllabus for your reference. And the syllabus today which we'll be covering is block, cylinder, cone and sphere. So feature based modeling tools, as the name suggests, that it is something that allows us to create 3D models or 3D operations, allows us to do 3D operations without having the use of any sketch as the basis. So part 22 till part 25 will be dealing with these feature based modeling tools, with the most basic part 1, that is the part 22. So without any further delay, let's start. So first of all, we need to understand what are the types of creating a block. So first is the origin and edge length. So in that, what we need to do is that we need to specify the origin of the block, and we have to specify the length, width and height of the block. As simple as that. So when we do that, a cylinder that will be originating from this point will be created, and it will be going somewhat like this. So specifying the point, arc center, and we'll click on apply, and you see that a cube has been generated that is originating from the origin or the point that we select. The second method of creating that a block of creating a block is 2 points in height, in which we need to specify the 2 points of a diagonal in a plane, and then we need to specify the height. So in order to specify that, let us use these points as the basis, because as you know that we are not using any sketch as a basis, so only points and only lines that are available as of now will be the lines that are created by the edges of the 3D models. So that is the thing. If we want, we can create a sketch on this plane, and then we can create another lines also. That is not a problem, but just for understanding purpose, I will be not using any sketch in this lesson till part 25. And after that, point XC. Let us select this, and height is 100. So let us create that as 50. So origin and that point has been done, and the Boolean operation of unite will be used, and you see that the block width must be greater than 0. I need to select a point in the XY domain, and after selecting a point in the XY domain, I need to specify the Z axis. So that was the thing that was getting missed from my eye. So 2 points in height, so we will specify the X axis, then we will specify the Y axis, and then we will specify the height, and you see that a cube has been generated. What we were doing was that we were specifying the point in the Z axis, and then we were specifying the height, so that was creating a problem. The third method of creating a cube is that the two diagonal points that are used in this are the diagonals of a cube, not of a rectangle that can be used, of a cube. That is, it is not talking about this point and this point, rather it is talking about this point and the point of this, a three-dimensional diagonal. So first point of the origin will be the this point, and let us say the point will be over here, and you have to apply, and you will see that a point has been created. If I hide this block, you see that this block has been generated. If I unhide this, then also. So I'll do what? I'll just delete the previous block, and you can see that this block has been generated with the help of the two diagonals that were already present in the cube. Either we can use a sketch or something like that. The only thing is that we need to click a point. Now coming to the next topic of cylinder. So in a cylinder there are two methods of creating that. First is the axis diameter and height. In the axis we need to specify the midpoint or the originating point of the cylinder. So the cylinder's height is the vector, so we will select the vector, that is this axis, or you can specify this axis, and then you need to specify a point that is the origin of the cylinder, that is the arc center of the cylinder. So as of now I cannot select this point, so I will only be selecting this. Or what you can do is that I will select this point so that it will be in between of both the cubes. Now we will select the diameter and the height. So as you see that the diameter is 55, so I'll just make it 45 and I will keep it 110. and you see that it will be created as a, and we'll click on apply, and you see that the cylinder has been created as per our vector. Because we specified the vector to be in this direction, it was created in this direction. We could also change the vector to be other direction, that is the, what you can do is that you can change the direction also. Also what you can do is that you can change the direction of the cylinder again, and you can specify the point also just by clicking on this button and specifying the point. And we'll be specifying the point as the midpoint of, I will select the vector again, I will select this one, and then I will specify the point. Okay, it is a control point. You click on insert point. After that, the points will be visible, and you see that a cylinder of such a manner has been created. And we can unite with these two separately by using the unite operation. I will click on this body, and then it will apply. And you see that the two cubes have merged. And after that, this is already united. So we cannot select further. So all the things are now united. So this was the first method of creating a cylinder. The second method of creating a cylinder is that we need to specify the arc and the height. So that is something like we need to specify the arc of an existing arc. That is, we can either specify this as the arc or this as the arc. That is, we must have a circle or a cylinder or something which is circular that can be specified as an arc. So I will click on that, and I will click on the height. So height is something like 110. I will keep it 50, and I will reverse the direction. Or you can see that I can choose the option of subtract, and I will click on OK, and this much 50 height of this cylinder has been reduced. That is also a use of this cylinder. So what I can do, I can either subtract it or I can just unite it and reverse the direction, and you will see that it will increase the length of the cylinder. Coming to the next topic, that is the cone. So coming to the cone, and we'll be using that. Okay, so now we'll specify the point. So first we'll specify the vector. The vector will be the vector of the height, the direction of the height. After that, we will specify the point, and we'll click on insert, and then we will click on this point or this point, whatever you want. So I will click on this point, and then the base diameter and top diameter, and then the half angle. Half angle is something that is made by the cone from the vertical. So it should always be less than 90 degrees. So it is 30 degrees. If I will try to create it 95, you will see that if I click on apply, it will regenerate a error. That cone height must be greater than 0. So it must be less than 90 degrees. So it can be 85 degrees. So if you do 85 degrees, it will create a very thin cone. I will do that later on. First, I will do 30 degrees. So after that, I will click on apply, and you see that such type of cone has been created with this line, the slant line, creating the angle of 30 degrees with the vertical, that is the z axis. If I want, I can also change that by creating the, let us say, the angle 89, that is the maximum, and you will see that a trapezium very small has been created because it needs to obey the command of 89 degrees and the base and the top diameter, and because of that, the angle that will be created will be, the cone that will be created will be very thin. The second method is the diameter and height, in which you need to specify the vector first, that is the vector of the height, and then you need to specify the point. So let us specify the point to be, we'll click on inferred, then we'll specify the point to be this, and then the height. So height will be, let us say, 100, and then we'll click on OK, and we will see that a cone has been generated again. So you understand the options of diameter and half angle and diameter and height. So like if I want to create another thing, so I will do what? I will specify the vector, this direction, I will specify the point to be this thing, and base diameter is 200. I will specify it to be 50, and I will specify it to be 20, and then I will specify the half angle to be 12, and I will click on apply. But I did not select any boolean operation, so I'll just click on subtract, and the body from it which is to it should be subtracted, and you see that such a thing has been subtracted from our cone. So this is another method of creating a cone. Now coming to the option of base diameter, height and half angle. So in this, what you need to do is that you just need to specify the base diameter, no need to specify the top diameter, and only the half angle. So these options are basically the options that are available in order to ease the process of modeling, in order to ease the process of using the software by the designer in case some information is missing the drafting sheet. So you need not calculate those directions by applying mathematical formulas. You can just choose another option that will be compatible with the information that is available in our drafting. Next, we come to the topic of sphere. That is the most easiest topic. Sphere is nothing but a ball, a circular ball, that is a sphere. So what I will do is that I will just click on this sphere, and after that I just have to specify the origin point. And after specifying the origin point, let us say the diameter is 200. I want to create the sphere not over here, but rather I want to create it that is tangent to this body. So what I will do is that I will click on this sphere again in order to edit it, and in order to specify the point, I will click on the option of this, and then the point has already been selected. I will click on the x-axis and I will make it 100 because the diameter is 100. I will click on OK. Okay, sorry for that. This is not 100, this is minus 100. I will click on that. After that, what I will do is that diameter is 200. No, I will click on 100, and then we'll do the process of unite. And you see, it will not be possible because the sphere is not touching anybody. So now we'll create that, and you see that a sphere has been created on top of the cube. If I want to make it tangent, I just need to specify the diameter to be 200, and you will see that because of the offset of minus 100, it will be able to, it is a tangent, it is, so it cannot be used with unite. So it is now just tangent to the cube. So this is the use of like creating a sphere. I can also do one more thing, that I want to create something like okay, let us specify it. The arc center has been specified, the diameter is 100, I will make it 100, and the boolean operation will be subtract, and the body to be subtracted will be this, and you can click on apply. So nothing is done. Is my operation not successful? No, it is. I'll just click on the section view. Okay. Or you can do what? You can just go to the view tab and just click on clip section. After clicking on clip section, it will clip the section if you have created any. So if you have not created, I'll just click on edit section, and I will have the option of selecting the axis. Now what I will do is that you will see that I can just specify the offset. I will specify the offset to be like this, and it will be just at the origin. So it will be like 0, and you see it is exactly at the origin, and then we'll click on OK. So the Boolean operation which we did was subtract, and the diameter was 100. So it has created a hollow sphere inside that sphere. So these were the topics which have been discussed in the part 22, how to create a block, cylinder, cone and sphere. And some topics of the cone, like the three last options, like specifying only the base diameter, a half angle, etc., that can be done by you. It is just a part of the mathematics, nothing like a concept. The main things were discussed by me, that what is a half angle and how to make a cone. So the things which are to be noted is that if we specify a block, you need to specify the origin point of the block, of the vertex. If you make a cylinder, you need to specify the center or the center axis of the cylinder, that is the radius, the origination of the radius. The cone, when you have to specify, you need to specify the origin of the cone also, that is the center of the cone. And there are various methods, and when you specify a sphere, the same, you will be specifying the center of the sphere. Now, in the next video, we will be dealing with the part 23 and how to apply these operations on the 3D. Similar operations were applied on a 2D sketch, that is, we applied it on the in the part 14 on in the 2D sketch basis, but we will be translating our 2D operations into 3D by in the part 23. So if you like our series, do hit the subscribe button, and if you are enjoying this video, you can click on like and comment if you want to give us any suggestions. And till the next time we meet, goodbye.